a little bit at the moment.
Yes, that was called Rattled.
Rattled. It's already 21 minutes to 9. Marcus, you're going to be quite late today. I'm sorry about that. That's the way it is. Luckily, we've got a short things to do today, so we should be able to squeeze it all in. I'm very happy to have in the studio with Scott Darlow, J.R. Reyne, hello, and Bernard Curry.
G'day, how are you?
And you're all part of the show, which is to do with the Travelling Wilburys.
Oh, our debut was tonight, right?
Is it really?
I think so.
The way it
debut
was,
was
the
tonight.
press release was written was that,
You know what press is like.
Yeah. It virtually had reviews saying how fantastic it was.
Well, that was we wrote those reviews ourselves. We wrote those ourselves, and
why have we got the mini mic?
because I got the mini guitar.
Oh, sorry, of course.
Yeah, that's better the way it is. You might have to put between guitar and there.
That's okay. This may actually be the first performance of the Travelling Wilburys ever, because they never actually performed live as a band.
Now, that is true, and we'll get on to them in a minute, but with you, you'll also have, I must add this before I forget, Brian Mannix and Nick Barker.
Yep.
Now, presumably, obviously doing Travelling Wilbury songs, will you be talking about, is it like a story type, one of those narrative things?
Yeah, the first half there's narrative. We explain, it's sort of like a documentary.
Storytelling. It's kind of a storytelling kind of element where we tell the story of the genesis of the Travelling Wilburys, how they came about, and we also kind of get into a little bit of some of the solo work from the individuals who were in the band as well.
Yeah, we break it down for you.
Break it
Now,
down.
am I right in saying, there's a couple of people here with some great family connections, but you've actually been involved in acting more so than music? Perhaps you, Bernard?
Yeah, so, well, I guess, I'm probably better known for my acting career. So at the moment I'm working on Wentworth. I play Jake Stewart in Wentworth. I've done seasons 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're now shooting season 8 at the minute. So last year I was in a thing on Channel 10 called My Life is Murder with Lucy Lawless. And throughout my career, done things like Neighbours and Home and Away, and spent 5 years living in the States and working on things like NCIS and CSI, Once Upon a Time, some US shows. I think my music stuff is probably lesser known to people because I've just been playing in various kind of outfits in and around Melbourne and also the US and stuff. So I play in sort of cover outfits and sort of 2-piece acoustic things or 3-piece things or even bigger things with a horn section. So I've been playing all my life, but people probably wouldn't know that as much.
I knew it, Bernie.
Thanks, JR.
Very aware.
And there's the voice of J.R. Reyne.
This is my voice.
Also comes from a bit of a musical background.
Yeah.
So you've done some acting too?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I still do a bit, We're acting somewhat in this. I mean, I guess it's a musical. Is it a musical film?
Well, no, I feel like JR's career potential is endless. Like, he could be a model. He's very attractive.
Well, I don't know where he got that from.
I'm just trying
Neither do I.
Here, just be involved.
No, he's awesome.
Thanks, mate.
You're a beautiful human, JR.
Thank you.
Inside and out.
And what about you, Scott?
What about me?
Oh gosh.
Scott Darlow is a name that rings a bell with a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yep. For those that have watched Crime Stoppers, absolutely. No, I'm just kidding. No, look, I'm probably the opposite of these boys. They've done a lot of acting, and even like JR was saying to me earlier that he's been on Neighbours and Home and Away, and he's been on The Secret Daughter. He's done a lot of.
Any of that.
You did say.
I've never been on Home and Away.
Sorry, Neighbours and the Secret Daughter. You've been on, yes.
It's true.
So you've done a lot of acting. I haven't done any acting, but I've probably done a lot more music than most of the blokes that I grew up around, So that was pretty much the one thing that I figured out I could do early, and I just kept on doing it, and that's pretty much it for me. It's that or bust. So, yeah, I sing and play guitar and write my own songs, and have been really fortunate with opportunities that I've had in the last few years in Australia with radio and things like that, and festivals and touring. So
You do a lot of teaching too, right?
I do a lot of teaching, actually, Bernie. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, this Wilburys thing, I won't spoil it because, what's it called again? It's called...
End of the Line.
End of the Line. And it's going to be on tonight at the
The G-Pack.
Long Performing Arts Centre
Yeah.
tomorrow at the Frankston Arts Centre.
Yes, now tomorrow's going to be good because it's actually a matinee show.
That's
So like, so if you're a bit elderly and you don't really want to sort of be elderly.
No, it's because it's a Sunday. This isn't an elderly show.
No, but I'm saying like if you're a bit older and you don't want to.
Show for all
It's
ages,
super
guys.
cool, but I'm saying for the elderly who don't want to go to the night show.
Of course, but no one wants a late night
Okay, look,
on
I'm giving a
Sunday.
personal pitch to my mum.
Are you
alright?
filming?
Yes, we're going live.
Mum's probably about 10 years younger than I am.
No, Mum, she's going to love that. She's going to love that.
It's a fascinating story about how the whole thing began. I was just watching George Harrison recently talk about a set of circumstances about how the world was got together, which I imagine you will go into that in the show, so we don't want to spoil it. But
We don't want to give too much away.
basically, there's a set of consequent, looking for a studio. Oh, Bob's got a studio.
Yeah, we'll go to our mate Bob's house, and then Bob said, why don't we get our other mate involved, Roy, and it just sort of...
Well, Roy was with Jeff Lynne, from what I remember.
That's right, well, and he was working with Tom Petty as well.
And Roy just wanted to come along to have a look.
And in fact, was it you who was telling me this story, JR, about Free Falling, which is like a huge, amazing song,
Maybe.
And Tom Petty had started writing it, and he sat there and he was fiddling away, and the story goes that Roy Orbison heard him. He goes, "What's that?" And he goes, and Tom says, "Oh, just this thing I've been working on." But he goes, "It's no good."
Really?
And Roy looks at him. He goes, "No, that's a winner. You want to keep that?"
Really? I didn't tell you that story because I've never heard it.
Okay, well there you go. Somebody told me that
I'm
story.
going to fact check that.
Somebody told me that story.
Story to telling you.
Yeah. Oh, look, sounds good.
So today down in July, Frankston at 3 p.m. Next Friday, which is Valentine's Day, we're out in Bendigo
Yes, yes. Are
at the Ulambara Theatre.
you going to bring your wife to that show, Ben?
I don't think so. She doesn't travel.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's, everyone.
And do you all take on the different personas, or do you swap around?
We swap around. It's not like
Is
we're
it
playing
loose?
the actual characters.
I feel like we've somehow got a loose.
So who do you reckon you are?
I'd say Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't choose it; just happened.
Isn't Brian Mannix?
I feel like Brian's Bob, yeah.
Maybe Brian and I both.
Hey, do you notice
The one who can't-
Do you notice the real stars of this show are not here this morning for breakfast radio?
Yeah, well, that's because I know. If it had been off the record, they'd be there in this shot, as they often are.
And then and the next Saturday also we're playing at Bunjil Place Theatre in Casey
Nazawaza.
by Fountain Gate there.
Casey.
Nazawaza.
Yeah, Narrymore. And then the following weekend we're playing out in Horsham on the Friday night.
Horsham's going to be big.
And then plenty more to come.
Town Hall.
Our time is marching by. Can we hear a song from you live in the studio to make sure that people get along and see you with full band, with those two larrikins along with you?
Brian and
Brian.
Brian.
Nick,
That's right.
Nick Barker and Brian Mannix.
Crazy cats.
We had in the studio Scott Darlow, J.R. Reyne, and Bernard Curry.
Pleasure, thank you.
Yeah.
And they're on tonight at the Geelong Performance.
Still a handful of
Centre.
tickets
And
left for tonight as well, so,
afternoon, what's that?
Still a handful of tickets left for tonight.
Just
so
a few.
yeah, so in the balcony, but you'll see well from there.
Exactly. Hopefully getting quick.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Marcus, if you're there, give us a call now. Your segment is coming up, and that's Bike Bits, which will take you through until